folks, this is Joe. Today we are podcasting from the historic Deno's Wonder Wheel Amusement Park in Coney Island. We're doing this to commemorate the first invention of the Ferris wheel, which, unlike popular belief, was not invented by Ferris Bueller in his day off. Nope, it was invented by George Washington. Yep, you heard me right. George Washington Gale Ferris Jr. in 1893 as a landmark for the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. I hear they had some great Columbian there. Coffee, Now this particular Deno's Wonder Wheel was built in 1920. The most amazing thing about this particular carnival ride is that 16 out of 24 of its gondolas run down a short track inside the wheel, and they go swinging in and out as they reach the top. Indeed, this is the only one of two rides in the world that are like this at all. The other being in California's version of Disneyland. Where they keep all them robot presidents just in case there's a disaster or so many impeachments all at once that they have to send in the animatronics to take over for a while. Do you think they already did that? The way Joe Biden hasn't been sticking his foot in his own mouth lately makes me wonder. Or no, that's right. The only one up there that's animatronic right now is Speaker of the House, that Boehner guy. They just can't get the skin color right on that one, I guess. But that crew of Tea Partiers are working the controls just fine. You got to give them credit for that. First the mouth comes open and then the recorded words come out and all kinds of technical stuff like that. Boy, they really have that down, don't they? Anyway, me and my Uncle Ned are both here to take it all in. Sights of the festivities and the carnival and the lights and everything. Here comes Ned now. Man, he looks very concerned. Ned, did you win that umbrella? And why are you holding it open like that? And down there, are you expecting a chance of rain in your lap or something? Oh wait, folks, he wants to whisper something so it doesn't get out over the podcast. What? What's this? What? Ned, are you serious? You did what? Played the Wife of Zoltar fortune teller arcade machine. You played the Wife of Zoltar.
Yeah, Joe.
I didn't know I had
boy,
that.
your jaws must be paid to flap overtime. Just like them jetliners coming out over, for a landing, full flaps down, you whacking away, they're flapping on your lips. At first it was fun to see her and all, her chest heaving up and down like that and all. Then, you have to drop the quarter right down the little ramp, rolling down the ramp into her cleavage. But then I made a wish that I probably shouldn't have.
Okay, Ned, okay, just tell us, what did you wish for?
I'd rather not say over the air.
Ned, there ain't no use keeping it a secret now. Everyone's already...
I wished I was big. Okay, you happy?
Huh? Ned, only little kids should wish they are big. And then what happened? Oh, okay, now I see. Sorry, folks. Ned had to run off. I guess, well, he got what he wished for. I'm probably not supposed to tell you this, but he wished he was big, and then I guess only part of him got, big. And that was over 5 hours ago, so... like the TV ad says, if you, have one that, lasts for 5 hours, then you should see a doctor. I think he said he was going to look up a doctor he once knew in these parts, a specialist, I think, some Dr. Bubbles McGee or something like that. Okay. So So folks, I guess we're going to ride this one alone. Just you, me, and the rest of the Joe Castic podcast audience. And this is not a small one, that's for sure. Big, fancy looking and all. You know, it's lit up and everything. Wow, man, what a sight. We'll just go right over and get in line. But sorry about that, folks. My recorder went out for some reason just then, just a little while ago. All the controls went dead just as the ride was starting up that last time. Okay, but you know, we got an explanation from that weird-looking ride attendant that he said that they've recently upgraded the Ferris wheel, and now they're calling it Deno's Dimensional Vortex Wonder Wheel. And he said it might spin horizontally for a while. Might, huh? Well, that can't be much fun, but we'll give it a try. And speaking of not much fun, they put me on this ride next to some sort of strange character sitting right here next to me. He says he's some kind of member of the Surrealist Society, whatever the heck that is.
It's the juxtaposition of adenoids causing time-based conversational entanglement. On the black piano keys, I might add.
See what I mean, folks? Okay, well, that's interesting. Have you ever ridden this thing before? And I don't think I got your name.
The mind rides, while the body wears a dancing sock on the white plains of Poseidon.
Okay, looks like we're moving now. Good thing, too. I didn't want to have to keep up the chatter with that aardvark for long.
So what do you hope to gain from unexpected views?
Huh? Who, me? Well,
Stirring fry, ice stems, sprout vision orbs of unknown.
Sheesh, man, look at that. This big wheel. Wow, it is turning sideways. Hang on, hold on.
Now you are a point, my friend. Now you are a line, my friend. Now you are a point, my friend. Now you are a line, my friend. Now you are a point, my friend. Now you are a line, my friend. Now you are a point, my friend. Now you are a line.
Serpentina, Miss Coney Island, USA.
Hundreds of reports from around the globe tonight.
Severe atmospheric disturbance. Disruption of broadcast transmission.
Television, radio, even parts of the internet are affected.
Fantastic podcast. Hi, folks. This is Ned, Joe's uncle. He asked me to fill in while, okay, that's a lie. Actually, we don't know where Joe is. According to witnesses, he was last seen getting on the new Deno's Wonder Wheel Vortex ride with some tall, strange-looking dude. But, well, he never got off the ride. Their gondola was empty when it came back, so I'm filling in. How about that John Boehner, huh? Leading the Orange Army from behind the skirmish lines right before that big 5-month holiday golfing event that they go on. Wait, folks. There's a Skype window open here on Joe's computer. Okay. It's making some strange geometric shapes. It's distracting my ace podcast in here. Looks like that old spiral graph that Joe used to have as a kid, but it's kind of going round and round and round.
Ned?
Joe?
Ned,
Is that you? Where are you, man? The carnival ride attendant was worried for a minute or two when you disappeared.
Yeah, if you're getting this, I'm here with my new friend Zoloff Zakaria. I'm not quite sure where here really is, though.
Sorry, folks. We're putting together a survey poll on joecastic.com so folks can vote right now. Like A, look for Joe, or B, keep going with Ned as the new star of the show. The results will be in shortly. Joe, well, man, just look around or something and tell your audience, soon to be my audience, listening audience, tell them what you see.
Oh, well, Ned, I see right here that you're some kind of scumbag that's trying to take over my podcast.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we have Wi-Fi here, and again, wherever here is, but you're coming in, man. Okay, now, it looks like our gondola landed somewhere strange, and Zoloft Zakaria is looking out some oval window. I'll just unbuckle and shoo! I just sneezed and almost got knocked unconscious when I zoomed up and hit the I-beam overhead. I guess that's an I-beam over there. Zoloft, what are you looking at, buddy? Oh, we'll go over here and see what he's looking at. Oh, sheesh. Ned, I don't believe it. There's the Sahara down there. There's the Sahara down there, and there's Madagascar. I recognize all this from playing that Risk board game for hours way back when. Mr. Zakaria, what is this, some kind of animation or movie? Wow, man, it looks too good to be that. Holy cow. Oh, microgravity, Ned. You're not going to believe this, man, but I think we must be in orbit or something, right? Whoa. Okay, now, double sheesh. I'm looking up, and I see a giant floating billboard of some kind. Oh man, it's a huge, giant picture of that irritating Flo lady with a huge, giant Geico logo right there next to her. Wow, man, these are the orbital billboards I heard about. Oh, holy cow. And there's another one off there toward the horizon, not too far away, and that one's for Walmart. Oh, they can see these clearly from Earth, man. They must be miles across. And another that says, what? Congratulations, John McCain and Sarah Palin. And then there's a big check mark. Re-election winners 2012. Re-election winners. Wow, man, this is like crazy town up here. Gotta be some rich person's fantasy or something that could do all this. Zoloft, what do you make of this, buddy? Wow, man, this can't be real, man. Whatever happened to that Barry Obama guy?
Barry who?
You know, that black dude that got elected president of the United States.
Sheesh, man. What? You drink a whole gallon of that absinthe stuff or something? What are you going off on there with that?
Oh man, you know, the Obama Joe Biden ticket. They won twice. You gotta.
Joe who? Oh, Biden. Oh, Joe Biden. Oh, yeah. Wasn't he some cowboy in the old days, right? You know, they were riding horses around or something. Anyway, what did they win?
All right. Very funny, Ned. I suppose you're going to tell me next that Sarah Palin took over and launched World War III from her front porch or something. You know, so she could see Russia go up in the mushroom clouds, you know, while she was, you know, hot tubbing it up there in Alaska with Scott.
Joe, well, I mean, you knew that already, right? You know, I mean, you haven't been gone that long. I mean, you remember right after the election, John McCain had a stroke, so they put him on a saddle on one of those nuke bombs and flew him over Moscow and let her rip like one of them cowboys at the rodeo. You know, he goes all the way down there, yahoo, and then kaboom.
Right, Ned. You must think I just fell off the turnip
Nah,
truck
man.
after becoming a billionaire owner of a whole damn fleet of...
Hey, look, man, I mean, you're in orbit, right? Okay, so when you go up over, you know, that largest country in the world, you know, well, used to be anyway, so over Russia, you just look down, man, you know, you see what I'm talking about.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll play along. Okay. Mr. Zerkari, did you catch any of that? Crazy, huh? What you looking at now? Okay, there it is. Good old former USSR, just like it always used to. Folks, I am dumbfounded. Not sure what to say. We are here directly over Russia, and well, it looks like the way they dropped the bombs. There's a giant smiley face down there, like it's tattooed across the whole.
The oddly unique expression of a smiley face covering the expanse of 17 million square miles.
She's from another galaxy.
Let's play Golden Fruits.
And she's here for the jazz.
Roger that.
Well, folks, I think I owe you an apology. I'm not quite sure what just happened. I had this weird dream, and I woke up, and there was a piece of paper stuck in my ear, and I took it out, and it said, "Your wish is granted." And then I went to the bathroom mirror, and my teeth were glowing a little bit. When I turned out the light, I noticed that. So anyway, I'll figure this out one of these days, and then I'll send you an update. But what we got next here is a real treat. It's my Uncle Ned had this interview series going on at one time, and he's revived it. Just like he got himself revived somehow, and he's revived his Still a Star interview series, and we're gonna blast this one off, boy. It's gonna go right into orbit with this first one. It's with the famous one and only, the guy that, oh man, I forgot his name. He played, he was with the dude there in the Big Lebowski. He was a lonesome bird at one time. Oh man, I just can't think of his. Is it well, you'll recognize him when he comes on with my Uncle Ned in his reincarnated Still a Star interview. Here it is, folks. Hope you like it.
Folks, here in our studio tonight, we're going to speak with a gentleman that most anyone should know. That is, anyone who's ever driven a powerful truck while wearing an overly large Stetson and chowing down on a hunk of beef brisket. Sam, good to see you, old buddy. How the heck have you been doing?
Oh, just right fine, I suppose there, partner. Have we ever met?
Sure, Sam. You remember me from Lonesome Dove. I was Gramps who came out on the front porch during that skirmish and got plugged right between the eyes.
Was that a talking part?
Yeah, well, my line was something like, now, Sam, What the heck have you been up to lately? I'm sure the podcast listening audience wants to know.
Guts, glory, ram.
Okay. I hear you've been out there knocking that ball along the golf course lately.
Miniature.
Okay, how's that going?
Little tykes love it, especially when I take my Dodge Ram Tough 50 out there on that incline up to the little white windmill on the 18th. It's a hole-in-one every time.
Wow, you take that big truck like that on that miniature golf course? Doesn't the golf course owner complain about that?
Then I hightail it on home where Aunt Marlene makes up a jello cake looking like the shape of a Ram Tough 50. Comes out nice and wiggly like. First though, out of respect we say grace. We hold hands, bow our heads and say, Guts, glory, Ram.
Okay. Well, Sam, I'm sure the Joe Castic podcast listeners would like to hear about any wild, old school projects that you may be coming up for you.
Well, I'll tell you, you look like a reasonable fella that might be able to hold on to a secret about skunks in the middle of a perfume factory. So I'll give it to you straight.
Sure, Sam, you can trust.
The U.S. of A. government has hired me to be an emissary to Switzerland for a U.S.-led project involving high-energy particle physics and Dodge Ram Tough 50s. It's a collaboration of hundreds of scientists from Fort Worth all the way to the state of Mississippi.
Oh, Sam, this is incredible. What you gonna...
Well, you see, it's like this. We're going to line up 2 Dodge Ram Tough 50s in the 17-mile-long corridor at CERN. They'll be facing opposite directions, of course. You might hear some scuttlebutt about putting dummy replicas of Ozzy Osbourne behind the wheel in one, and Ted Nugent in the other. We just may do that to have something extra to tell the grandkids. But anyways, the white coats there will power up the giant magnetron coils and the quark gluon plasma accelerators. Then we'll send each one off toward the other, eventually obtaining near light speeds in both directions. Where upon contact and the resulting vaporization, they'll see if we get that long-sought rare high-T element to reveal itself, long enough in the supersymmetry field of atomic decay. That is, long enough so that it can be analyzed in that 2.1 trillionth of a second that it should be displayed. Kind of like the time it takes during most teen boys on that first, experience, if you be taking my meaning.
Well, Sam, I am positively flummoxed. What the heck are they going to do with all this work when it's complete? Go out and make truck rockets or something?
Well, partner, if I went into that, I'd have to go in head first, and then they'd have to pull me out by my ankles like a backward baby on his first birthday. But I can tell you one thing, son. The T in that new high-T particle element don't stand for no tinker toy, my friend.
T? Tiger?
Nope.
Tank?
Nope.
Tin foil?
Nope.
Titties?
I wish.
Testicles? Testosterone?
Guts, glory, Ram.
Folks, for our In the News segment, well, there's so much military stuff in the news lately that I thought it only appropriate that we invite a distinguished guest to give us the rundown according to his own unique perspective. I am honored to present to our Joe Castic podcast listening audience, retired Brigadier General Totum Wicks. That's right, the famous Totum Wicks is with us here tonight. Sir, I want to thank you for making the special trip to be with us here today. Now, I understand that you have a musical piece, a vinyl record that you'd like to play for us today. So we went out and scoured the countryside for a record player. And at your command, we will drop the needle. So you just let us know when you're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph Castic. I'll be brief. This should be a call to arms to all patriotic Americans in our great homeland. There is a threat upon this nation like no other since General Patton rolled his tanks over the hill to aid in the defeat of Nazi Germany. So I've brought a music selection which I will play for you today. A selection that should be the anthem for the new wave of patriotism that is now beginning to take shape across this great land. To the ones who I fully recognize as the counterforce, who I personally see as the generals of the citizenry, who should not and must not fail. I mean you, Senator Cruz of Texas, former governor of the state of Alaska, Sarah Palin, former governor of the great state of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, and with honorable mention to our wonderful Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Boehner, for rightfully imposing a constitutionally based lawsuit on our so-called President, Barack Hussein Obama. To these honorable warriors and all those like them who are unmistakably on the white side of history, on the right side of history, we salute you with this anthem, which should be in the minds and hearts of everyone who thinks of you. And this anthem should be the music backdrop for when you make your great pronouncements and speeches to the American people from this moment forward. Please, sir, drop the needle. Mr. Castic, you put on the wrong side. Sir, you put on side B. I demand that you correct this mistake immediately, or I'll have you court-martialed.
Is the show really over?
Well, folks, if they could laugh that way in the 20s during the Hoover administration, well, I guess there's even more to laugh at today, or depending on how the next election turns out, things might get downright hilarious just as they did back then. I'd like to offer a special welcome and great thanks to the one and only, or I should say the one and many, Joe Pike, for playing both the role of Zachariah Zoloff and for his amazing performance as Sam Elliott in Uncle Ned's Still a Star interview. You can get the full scoop on Joe Pike's voice services at his website, thevoiceitguy.com. And while you're at it, before you wander into the House of Mirrors and some right-wing blogosphere, browse on over to joecastic.com and spill your guts, along with your popcorn, in one of our many comment boxes throughout the site. We do want to hear from you, no matter which side of the fence you happen to be sitting on. So until next time, be cool, stay in school, and remember that the whole world is your lecture hall, but one where you are allowed to stand up and lecture back. Thanks, folks. Celebrity impressions by Joe Pike of thevoiceitguy.com.
Comes out nice and wiggly like.
Delicious.
Visit joecastic.com.